first thing you need to do is be safe. Disconnect the appliance or turn off the breaker to avoid electric shock. Hello guys, welcome to my channel DIY Repair Now. Today we're going to be working on a Samsung dryer. The model number is on the display. And there's the model number again. So today we're going to start taking it apart. The problem that we have with this dryer is that it's not heating. It's coming on, it's turning, but it's not heating. As you see, I'm trying to release those clamps that is holding the top panel, but this putty knife is too wobbling, it's too soft. And I got this hard one. You can use a flathead screwdriver. Sometimes when you push it in, it releases those clamps, but this time I have to pry it up. So just follow the video, make sure the dryer is disconnected. And here I'm going to show you how to manage this wire. Go ahead and release those clamps and release the third clamp right there. There's a harness right there, is a connection. Just go ahead and detach it. It just has a release button there. And right now I'm gonna go ahead and start taking the 3 screws that holds this panel. As you can see right there, I released those tabs and I was able to lean the panel back. I got a 3rd screw here. 3 screws. Remove these 3 screws from the front. As I was saying, I'm able to release the panel to the back because I released the yellow wire from the clamps. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this 3rd screw right there. That 3rd screw has like a little black over here. You can see where I put those arrows there is to be able to release this front panel. And as you see, you got to be careful with the sharp edges, as I show in the arrow. And you have to hold that white switch to be able to disconnect the electrical wire from it. Otherwise, the whole switch can break. Sometimes I use my thumb and the other side to be able to release that wire. That is the door switch wire. We're going to remove this panel. And now we releasing this harness, this connection here for the humidity sensor. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove all these 5 screws. It's 5 screws, including the one in the bottom. Now we're gonna go ahead and release it. You just have to pry it up and it will come right out. Now, as you can see, I'm releasing the belt from the motor and the pulley to be able to remove the drum. And I pull the belt up and bring the whole drum out with the belt along. Now, I'm just checking the pulley. The pulley seems to be fine, but we're probably gonna grease it up at the end of the project. And now we're going to release one terminal out of this each thermostat and the terminal from the heat element. That's the terminal from the heat element. And now we're going to go ahead and use this multimeter tester to check for continuity. As you see, if it doesn't beep, that means you have a broken heat element. That one is a thermostat. If it beeps, that means it's fine. If you interested in get one of these testers, you can find a link to buy one in the description of this video. If you're checking for voltage, you just put it in that setting. And if you're checking for continuity, which this is the one we're using right now, you can put it in that setting. If the heat element and the thermostat are good, it's gonna beep. If it doesn't beep, that means we have a problem with. As you see, we're not getting any sound from the heat element. That means we have a broken heat element. So as you can see, you can grab your needle nose to be able to release this male to female connection. And we're gonna go ahead and start taking this heat element housing apart to be able to get to the heat element itself. You will find about 6-7 screws that's holding the top panel plus the top part of the thermostats. You have to remove that. Just follow the video. As you see, it has some male to female metal connections there, and then if you release them, it will come right out. And we're looking for broken wire, and there we have it. As you see, that is the old heat element. That's where it's broken. And we're gonna go ahead and release these terminals. You will see they have some little legs that are holding it from the terminals going in. That's just to secure the terminals. So we're gonna go ahead and straighten those little legs out to be able to push the terminals in. And just try to manage with a needle nose or with any pliers that you have on. You can either replace the heat element. I rewired this one, but I don't suggest for you guys to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description of this video. Or you can order the whole housing, which I'm gonna go ahead and put a link on the description of this video as well. It's more affordable if you replace just the heat element. So, but it will be more easier for you to replace the whole housing. So as you see, I'm removing the heat element. And this is the new heat element. Like I told you, I recoil it, but that is a very tricky repair. I suggest for you guys to order the part that I'm going to put in the description of this video, and it brings the whole heat element, or the other one, which is the whole heat element with the housing. We're going to go do the same procedure that we did at the beginning. To remove the heat element, we're going to go ahead and bend those legs to secure the terminals in place. Now what I do is every time I remove the top part of this housing, it opens up, so I squeeze it. That way when I put it, everything aligns together. You got to make sure you secure the top panel, the heat element, and the bottom panel when you put the screw. So everything has to line up, so you have to make sure it's secure. Always make sure the heat element is not touching metal inside the housing. Make sure it's not grounded. And just go ahead and install all the screws to secure the top panel of the housing. Just remember to secure those thermostats as well. And this was not part of the repair, but that pulley is bothering me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some grease on it just to be on the safe side. We don't want nothing to go wrong on this repair. But the pulley seems to be fine, so we're just gonna go ahead and put some grease on it. Make sure it gets some more time. Fortunately, I don't have this part with me at this time, and like I said, it looks like it's still good. It's just need some lubrication. Put it back, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the little clamp that secures the pulley in place. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the drum. Make sure you don't get the yellow wire trapped in the back. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you. If you see the two wheels in the back, the drum have to sit in those two wheels. And that's when you know you got it right. Now I'll put my camera inside, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to put this belt back together. You gotta use only one hand, and that's how you put the belt inside. make sure the belt is in the right position. Those little lines have to go in the motor side. When I show you the little lines, oh, remember to connect your heat element. I almost forgot. Make sure that's plugged in. And we're gonna go ahead and install our panel. As I show you in this panel, this has two wheels. The drum have to sit in those two wheels as well, just the same way they're sit in the back. Now we're gonna go ahead with this humidity sensor wiring. That's the one who detects the humidity from the clothes and keeps the dryer on. We're gonna go ahead and install the bottom screw. Make sure aligns everything in place, and you will be able to install the screw in the bottom. Now we're gonna go ahead and install our other 4 screws. Remember, those are Phillips screws, guys. We're gonna go ahead and put the wiring in place. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our front panel. Remember, I told you guys that sometimes this piece comes off. If it doesn't come off, you can go ahead and just, remove the panel and put it back on. But I released that piece because most of the time it come loose on me, and if it happens to you, I want you to be prepared for that. Go ahead and install your wire for the door switch. Make sure you do it in the right way. Don't forget that these are sharp edges. Go ahead and use gloves. I put my thumb in this side to secure it because sometimes that switch will break while you do that, so you have to be careful. Now, as you see, I got I'm putting the screw, but I got this door leaning on me because I don't want to stretch that yellow wire. And go ahead and install your 3 screws from this part of the panel. That is the last screw. If you can have somebody to help you to do this repair, that would be great. Go ahead and secure the wiring and those clamps. And at this point, we're pretty much done. That is the 3rd clamp. Go ahead and put the lid back in place and go ahead and snap it in place. Install the 3 screws that holds the front panel in the door. Right by the door. And go ahead and plug in your dryer. Now we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Turn it on. And if the vent goes on the other side of the wall, go ahead and make sure it's throwing the right amount of air. And we got a warm air inside the dryer, and this job has been a success. If this video helped you in any way, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.